Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is April 17, 2024. Here's another daily analysis. Apologies for being late for this analysis. I was very busy today. So, again, apologies and forgive me about the late updates, but we're coming back for the update today. So, today we had a downtake. So, this is kind of like this green bar is future market, so don't pay attention on this because this is an Asian market right now. But right now, we just today we got another downtick, and we are kind of like a pretty close to my downside target, at least the first level, which is going to be 49 to 48.40. So this is going to be very interesting level if we see another potential downside to here. Um, Early next week or by end of this week, so we can see some kind of like a fantastic buying opportunity. I should say the correction would be over. Today we got into 5% corrective move if you just measure from this top, which I'm just doing right now. Where's my tool here for the correction? Oh, here's the price. So here's the top and here's the bottom, and as you see here, 5.08% to the downside. So we just got into 5% territory corrective move, which is kind of like my assumption, 5 to 10% correction. That's gonna be it. And we are kind of like in kind of like a data stage, and I'm not expecting more than that. So the maximum level for SPY, which is S&P 500 ETF, or kind of like an index SPX, is going to be this level, the maximum level, which is going to be 46 to 4800. Again, I'm not sure even if you get there. So potentially we will get into 49 or 48.40, and then we should see some kind of like a rebound, a very sharp rebound to the upside. And again, institutions and buyers are gonna come back. So this is kind of like a good corrective move, I should say. We can see some kind of like a chop with that one as well. Moving on to Nasdaq, which was kind of like coming to very important levels. So Nasdaq is coming down to 17,500, and it just hold up for now. It goes to these pivots, and if it goes below this, I should say we're going to see acceleration to the downside to this area, which is going to be 16,000 to 16,900. And that's going to be it. I should say Nasdaq can have more downside. As I said, be careful on Nasdaq just because semiconductors are leading to the downside, and we will get to those ones later in this video. So be with us. I still looking for more downside in semiconductors. We can bring down Nasdaq to the downside. Dow had kind of like a doji bar. It's interesting. Dow is just consolidating, forming a bear flag, which is in this consolidation phase. So this is my area for Dow, and I'm looking for this bear flag. If it goes down, I should say it can go all the way down to 36,600 or 36,700. And then we can see some kind of like a very strong rebound or kind of like a reversal. We should wait for this area, and I'm just waiting for that one right now. It's just coming to the level that I was waiting for a long time, and Dow is kind of like leading into the downside move. And when Dow it goes down, it's kind of like interesting because in the upside and downside, Dow is leading for the last, I should say, 12 months. Moving on to gold, which was kind of like negative today, but not that a strong negative, still holding up this bullish momentum, still looking for kind of like a correction to here to 2291. That's going to be the level that I'm looking for, or 2300. And after that, I should say gold needs to just coming back. And today, we got a sign of kind of like life from gold miners. Still, they're just holding up their trend very well. So that's why my portfolio, actually, all of my portfolio is actually heading to the green side today. That was fantastic. Moving on to silver, which had a positive day. I know silver is kind of like chopping around. Stochastic momentum wise, we are just getting close to oversold condition, which is going to give us another buying opportunity. So the next level that we got oversold condition was here, and look at the rally after that. Still looking for more upside for silver down the road. So just take that one as well. Moving on to crude, which was kind of like a negative, sharply negative today. So crude is just crashing to the downside. This is a good news as for geopolitical tension seems like it's slowing down and coming down. So crude can go all the way down to 80 $80. If it goes below 80, which means this trend is gonna just blowing to the downside, and we are just heading into $75. And if it goes below $75, it can go 61 to 66 down the road. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to individual names, starting with Bitcoin. Bitcoin coming down sharply today. This is after hours. It goes up a bit, but I'm still looking for kind of like a weakness for the Bitcoin. It is targeting, I believe, a 50 to 50K. So if it goes there, I may be a buyer of IBIT, which is going to be a Bitcoin ETF. US yield is coming down today, even after hours it goes lower. Seems like yield is topping for now. And this is the level that we should just start looking for a top. Seems like 5% was a strong, kind of like a top information. If it goes below this 4.85%, we can see some kind of like a movement to the downside, and yield probably is gonna showing some weakness down the road. Moving on to treasury, which we got into this. So remember, I just told in yesterday video, and everyone is kind of like saying that was a kind of like a very, very, I should say, scary move. And we got uptick today. So we'll see how it goes. If yield goes down, I should say treasury can go upward. If we go above this trend line, above these two pivots, treasury is pointing to 105, which I believe it's going to happen later this year. VIX doji bar today. So it's kind of like interesting when VIX is getting above 19 to 20. So it's just showing a top information. So I'm still looking for another potential spike in VIX and downside in the stock market, and that would be it. Dixie coming down sharply, gap down, and it's just forming a very, very nice gap down as well. So Dixie, I believe it can go lower. So Dixie is following bond yield. Magma indicator, sharp sell-off coming down, still holding up this ending diagonal here. But if it goes below this trend line, I should say, um, that is very, very interesting, because right now it's not a clear trend line, but seems like it's broken to the downside. Looking for some kind of like support here, somewhere around 1280. That's going to be the area that I'm just looking for. Magma indicator. Apple coming down $1.80. So Apple is sharp, selling to the downside. I believe that Apple can go all the way down 162, 166. Amazon coming down as well sharply. Meta coming down as well. So it seems like lots of reversals are happening. Microsoft is down today as well. So if it goes below, I should say, this gap, it can go to this neckline. And this is very, very important support here, around like 397. So below that, I should say Microsoft is going to head to 365 or 375, which I think we are not there yet. So probably we'll find support here. But if it goes down, that would be scary. Google uptick today, not a strong candle, but uptick today compared to the other ones. Good price action. Netflix coming down $3.83. I believe Netflix earning is going to be tomorrow. Tesla coming down as well. So Tesla is struggling with 145 to 153 area. Semiconductor index. This is kind of like the weakness for Nasdaq and lots of technology. This is kind of like a leader in a downside. The pattern is bearish. It is not bullish. This is topped, and I believe that still a lower low is coming. SOX, the same pattern here. $6.58 to the downside. I believe this is kind of like the area, which is 186. We can see some kind of like support. Taiwan Semiconductor is down today. AMD sharp sell-off. Look at the candle here. Just sharp move to the downside. AMD can find a support 135 to 140. So that's going to be the area that I start and nibble in. I believe AMD from here to here, from 140 to 110, that's the area that we can see some kind of like a support or kind of like demand areas here. I believe 111 to 125 based on the weekly chart. NVIDIA 3% to the downside. I believe this is going to be the next leader to the downside. It can go all the way down to 760. Texas Instrument coming down as well, still holding up this bullish momentum. But if the industry goes down, this one is going down as well. Lam Research 5% to the downside compared to AMD and NVIDIA. This is kind of like a leader to the downside. I believe 840 is coming down the road. Moving on to financials, which is XLF, it's just picking up today. It's just holding up after oversold condition. I believe you should see some kind of like a pivoting, but still looking for more downside. The next phase of sell-off is coming. KBE coming down, uptick today, 5 cents. This is kind of like the area that I'm looking for as like a support. KRE is 8 cents up. JP Morgan 72 cents down today. Still 175 is going to be the level. Goldman Sachs uptick today. Bank of America uptick today as well. Banks are doing great. Like earnings for banks are great. So this sell-off could be, I should say, a good buying opportunity. Wells Fargo as well. So uptick today, 77 cents. Look at the pattern here. This is very, very bullish. Look at the market pattern and this one pattern. This is very, very good one. Gold miners, GDX, kind of like a bullish bar today. It's interesting. When market is down, gold miners are good. GDXJ, the same pattern here. AEM, 75 cents up. Not a bad session. Actually, it is good session. Look at that. So it's just forming another bullish consolidation for 68. Newmont uptick today. So this is good. And if we go above this 41, I should say, this 42 can be engulfed to the upside, and we should see some kind of like a bullish momentum, because if we are getting above this trend, so what do you think? We're going to go above this, then all the way up to here, which is going to be 54, 53. Right now it's 37. So Newmont, I know it is weak. It's not profiting company, but it can go higher. Franco-Nevada, fantastic move, 2.88% to the upside. Remember this when I was talking about this 114? Right now we are at $120. Fantastic move. So it can go all the way up to 134 as well. Gold, Barrick, uptick today at 22 cents up after smashed the last 3 days. It goes up. Energy, 27 cents down tick today. XOP coming down as well, $1.18. OIH, oil and gas exploration ETF, oil and gas services, sorry, it can go down as well. So 305, 315, I believe that's going to be the level. Exxon coming down, doji bar forming a nice kind of like a reversal. Probably that's going to be a pivot for ABC, corrective move to $112. CVX, which is Chevron, is uptick today as well, so 12 cents. Chevron got into this important demand area or breakout level, so we should see we should find some kind of support here, but still looking for more downside if it goes below this pivot. So look at Chevron 140A. Let me just bold it here for you folks for a reference later on. So if we go below this, let me just bold it, then Chevron is done. And we should see some kind of like, let me see. Then Chevron is going to be done. And we should see some kind of like a bearish action all the way down to here, 130 to 136. But we'll see how it goes. All right. Again, apology for the late update, but this is what I have for today. Have a fantastic evening. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.